So here I am, I'm going to create a golf course feature for the country club that I actually used to work for. Now, this golf course feature is probably one of the biggest features that we offer on our entire platform. It's honestly like an app within an app. So it can be a bit much at first when you're getting started. And for that reason, I always recommend that if possible, use this CSV template. So in other words, I'm going to get started here. Maybe I'm going to say, okay, I use yards in my location, so I want to make sure my units are set. The CSV template, you want to start by actually downloading this to your computer. If you don't have Microsoft Office, that's okay. I don't actually have Office, so I usually use Sheets, Google Sheets. And you can start a new Google Sheet here and actually upload this golf course CSV template, and I just want to show you what it looks like here. Let's see, here we go. Now the thing about these CSV templates is you just want to make sure that you're super careful with exactly the information that you put in here. Make sure that this is as accurate as you possibly can. There's no extra spaces, no extra content. And then once you save it to your computer and you upload it in this section, then all of this content below should automatically fill out. Now, some country clubs, believe it or not, they actually have multiple courses involved. So by all means, you can add maybe like this is the main course, and then you could add the executive course on top of that. And similar to other features, you just want to make sure that the course you're actually working on is selected and highlighted blue before you add a hole. Now, there's a lot of content here, and I'll show you how this works. The idea is when you're using our golf course feature and you're teeing off from a specific portion of the box, you can actually use the app as a live GPS tracker to find out how far you literally are from the hole. Now, when I worked at a golf course, we used to sell these really expensive GPS trackers with these crazy devices that people would purchase and carry around all day, when in reality, your phone already has this ability, so why not build this into an app? Now, you're going to want to put in a little bit of information about the course, of course, the hole number, what the par is, if there's a handicap, and then the tees are definitely going to correspond to, the location on the actual course itself. Now, when you're setting this up, you can actually enter in any address. So let's see if I can pull up this country club. And as you zoom in on this map, you can actually go to satellite view, which is my favorite. You would want to drag and drop these front, middle, and back indicators on this course. That will automatically update the coordinates that you see here, and this is what the user's device will utilize when they're, actually playing on the course. Then, of course, if you want to, have a description, check the wind and the pin location carefully, maybe which way the green's sloping, if there's any, bunkers or things that are extra added challenges. You can add photos, you can even add a map, and so forth. This is honestly, again, one of the biggest features on our platform, so I always encourage you to kind of try it out, start building it, get the hang of it. The important thing to remember here, though, is that there is so much value that you can provide to a golf course. Whether it's through the golf course feature, remember all the different ways that you could potentially play this angle, right? Maybe the course has even a tennis coach or, squash or pickleball or a pool that people, want to come enjoy at specific hours. I mean, even our golf pro used to set up lessons on the side. Maybe he specifically needed an app, not just one for the entire course. So there's all sorts of different things that you can do when it comes to this industry. Now, the way that this actually works, to give you a little bit of insight, is you would start by tapping this button to create a new game. Again, if your particular location has maybe like an executive course plus the main course, you actually would pick where you're at, put it in here. You can set the number of players. Right now I'm going to just add myself. I'm going to pretend like I'm the only person who's doing this. I'm going to say I'm female, of course. Handicap +4 is good. Email, don't need to worry about that. And then I'm going to click this check mark. Now, you can add all sorts of players here right now, and this would, fill up with the lists of all of your friends who you typically play with. I'm just going to select myself, push the check mark, and my new game looks pretty good. Notes, maybe this is my first game back after having a major surgery. Maybe I want to document, this date was really important. Maybe notes are, it was pretty windy this day. So, if I look back on my score, I can see what the conditions were. Now that I've gotten this game started, I'll actually come here. It's going to show me the scorecard briefly, and then I can click which hole I'm on. And again, these items are available for the user to check the info first. The GPS will literally show me my location from the hole. You can tell I'm actually not on the course because I'm pretty significantly far away. And as I'm walking and holding this in my hand, these numbers will automatically start to change and scroll and correctly reflect my distance. And then, of course, at the end, I'm going to go ahead and add my score here. I'm going to say, maybe I did pretty awful and I was, 7 shots over where I meant to be. And then you'll see that this is here for me. Now, once you get through all of the holes, you'll add your score. At the end, it gives you the ability to save it. And then when you come back to the overview, you can, of course, see your scorecard here. So like I said, this is a full app within an app, essentially. So there's a lot to it. I definitely encourage you to take your time with this one, really get a sense of how it works. If possible, actually try and go test it out on the course when you can, or maybe set up your backyard or outside of your office so that you can really walk around and see how it functions. And again, use that CSV file when possible. Otherwise, just don't forget about all the other opportunities that there are with golf courses in addition to this particular feature. Maybe you want a loyalty program or a food ordering feature for the grill and bar, or, reviews features to really grow the actual business itself.